Hello everyone, welcome to Open Education channel, and this is AngularJS series. AngularJS is one of the in-demand, most popular and powerful web development technology this time. In this series, we will learn about AngularJS programming and how to use it in the web applications. I am Siddharth Shankar Mishra. I am a web developer. I have worked mostly on .NET technology and I found AngularJS very helpful. So what is AngularJS? AngularJS is a JavaScript framework written in JavaScript and developed at Google. It helps to bind HTML UI to JavaScript objects. With AngularJS, you can create single-page applications and very interactive websites. With AngularJS, you write little code and it does lots of work by itself. AngularJS follows the Model View Controller design pattern, famously known as MVC pattern, in which model is your data, view is your UI, and controller controls which model to show on which UI. AngularJS uses declarative syntax. You only need to add them as HTML attributes and AngularJS will do rest of the work. Dependency injection is very well used in AngularJS. Dependency injection deals with the dependencies of different components of the application. If you don't know about dependency injection, it's okay. We'll cover it in this series. Two-way data binding is another cool feature of AngularJS. It means that your data or model is bound to your view. So any change in your view reflects or shows in your model and vice versa. Testing. AngularJS gives you power to test every code component of your application. In AngularJS, testing have very important place. So testing first rule is applied. Now what tools you need to develop AngularJS application? First, you need a text editor. Use any one of your choice. And second, a web server for some of the features of AngularJS. You can use any web server of your choice, but I'll use Node.js. So let's start. We'll create a demo application for it. It's demo time. At any location, create a new folder for your application. I'll name it AngularJS demo. In this folder, create a new folder named JS. Here we will keep the JavaScript files of the application. AngularJS script file will also go in this folder. Now let's create a new HTML file. Name it index.html. Now open it with your favorite text editor. I'll use Sublime Text. Now let's generate a HTML template. In Sublime, you can do this by just typing HTML and press tab one time. Now give this a title AngularJS demo. We need to include AngularJS script file in this HTML document. For that, first we will visit AngularJS website at angularjs.org. We will use AngularJS 1.x.x version throughout this series. There's also AngularJS version 2 available, but it has many modifications in compared to 1.x version. So click on AngularJS 1.x version link and you will get this pop-up. We will use latest stable version, that is 1.5.x currently. It is a minified version. You can also use the CDN link directly in your HTML document, and that is the recommended way in production environments. For development, we will use the downloaded local copy. Click on the download button and download the file. After downloading the script file, place it inside the JS folder we created for our application. Now let's add this in our HTML document. Create a script tag and in src give the path of the AngularJS file. In our case, it is js/angular.min.js. Make sure your file name matches with the script tag src file name. Now the first step to bootstrap AngularJS in your application is to include the ng-app attribute. In AngularJS, these special attributes are called directives. I will add this directive in the body tag. We will discuss about the directive shortly in this series. So now what this ng-app directive does is that it says, hey, from now, from this opening body tag to closing body tag, AngularJS will work. It's kind of AngularJS territory. So let's add a span tag and say we want to print the result of 5 into 3 using Angular. So 5 into 3 equal to double opening curly braces 5 into 3 double closing curly braces and save. Now what these curly braces are? These are AngularJS expressions. These are the same as the JavaScript expressions. AngularJS will calculate the expression and print 15. So run this HTML file in your favorite web browser. I am using Google Chrome. And here you can see 5 into 3 equals to 15. Now this calculation is done by AngularJS. For verification, just go back to your HTML file and remove the ng-app attribute from body tag and save it. And refresh the page again. See? It's not calculated. So it means it was controlled by the AngularJS. Let's go back and roll back things. Now let's see the data binding feature of AngularJS. So back in our HTML file, let's add an input tag. And the type will be text. And we'll use one more Angular directive, that is ng-model, and give it a value username. And in another span tag, write hello and again expressions, and inside that write username. Save it and run it again. Now whatever I will write in this text box, it will show in the span tag in the real time. Like here it says hello Siddharth. This is the two-way data binding. As I am changing the model, remember that ng-model directive in our HTML file, I can see the result in the view. So this was the simple introduction demo. Next we will see the modules, directive and other features of AngularJS.